What's up, movie freaks? We're HERO LAIR. My name's Dan. These meatheads are Sean and Mario. I'm technically a meathead too. It's here, Game of Thrones Season 7.
Let's go!
There's only so many of these left. Sad day when it's over.
Enemies to the east. Enemies to the west. Enemies to the south. Enemies to the north.
The king in the north.
Whatever stands in our way, we will defeat it. We're the last Lannisters. The last ones who count. I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. And I will.
Is that the dragon chooser?
Your father and brothers are gone, yet here you stand. Last best hope against the coming storm.
If we don't put aside our enmities and band together, we will die. And it doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne.
Wow, holy shit.
The Great Wall is here.
Damn. They spent a couple bucks this season.
Oh, man.
That looked incredible.
Oh! I can't wait for this.
Wow. Okay, yeah, so yeah, 3...
God, I just want to binge watch this whole thing, like, right now.
I would seriously,
now.
like, yeah, if all episodes are available, I would,
Oh,
I
yeah,
would save that.
like, I would just like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just do all of it, yeah.
Popping caffeine pills, whatever I have to do.
How many episodes are in this season 7? Because it's going to be less than usual, isn't it?
7 or 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 is what I heard as well.
Okay.
So, and it's usually 10 or 12 that they had before. Yeah, so
Every
every
expect it to be like fast paced, like all the episodes is gonna
moving
be
quickly.
Like,
Yeah, we have all 3 of these converging on King's Landing essentially, right?
Yes.
So there's
in a tornado.
Man, this is
Fatal 4-way
Yeah.
match.
oh my
the amount of characters
God.
dying is gonna be they'll be like
Yeah.
like in the Royal Rumble and wrestling. Where,
Man.
he's over the top
He's
rope.
over the top rope, he's going.
Who's coming down the aisle?
It's the King of the North. But yeah, that's the
So,
who do you think the first character to die is going to be this season? First main character to die.
Main character?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be anybody from the
Well, there's so many main characters that we like know that have like
Yeah.
speaking roles.
the Ironborns.
Yeah.
yeah,
So a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be a reek.
Yeah, you might go finally.
Reek's gone. Like I
penis is
think
gone,
he's
it's not-
like he's practically dead anyway.
He'll probably jump in front of
He's like,
all, you know.
you know what though? It's like he's like Alphiletti's or Effiletti's in 300. It's
Yeah.
better to keep him alive. It's more torturous to keep him alive than it is to kill him.
Yeah, that's an interesting part.
He's
One of the big major storylines I'm really looking forward to see how it plays out is the Jaime and Cersei storyline.
that's what I'm thinking. I was like,
Because he is called the Kingslayer,
yes,
and spoiler, I don't know why I'm saying spoilers, but spoilers for everything that happened in Game of Thrones up until this seasons 1 through
you
6.
should not be watching the trailer to season 7 if you have not seen 1 through 6.
But Jaime Lannister is called the Kingslayer for killing the Mad King.
Yes.
In order to prevent what his sister / lover did at the end.
Yes.
Using what's the green fire? What's the green explosion? Dragon fire?
I think
Dragon's breath? Whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
She used, she lit that because it was all over the Mad King put it all over King's Landing.
Yeah.
She sets it off to blow up the Sept and kill all the religious fanatics. That is exactly why Jaime Lannister killed the Mad King. So now he's sitting here, he's like, holy shit, you did the most evil thing we could possibly imagine.
Now, but that's why, like, you were asking, like, who you think, like, I think Cersei's is, like, she's probably up, man, this season.
Well,
Yeah, I'm thinking she's up this season because she has just gotten. She's been holding the marionette strings for too long now.
Yeah, long time.
You know what I mean? Like, she really has. And, like, the best thing about her as a character is that in her position of weakness, she was at the most powerful. Now, she's at the position of most powerful. What's going to happen? Like, there's no more going up.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's at her pinnacle. So, like, that's why I'm thinking that I think it's her time.
I think Cersei is gonna become the Mad Queen because if all these enemies are coming towards her, she has to side with somebody, and she has like serious beef with everybody.
Yeah,
she would have to be
her brother.
Yeah,
like,
she would have to sign up with like I forgot the Arabic.
The Sands.
Yeah.
What's that word?
She would have to team up with them, but
Or
she
even
killed.
but even the
killed her daughter,
right?
Yeah, and because even if she doesn't,
right,
let's
they
say
did
she
kill
wins
her
the
daughter.
war, there's still the White Walkers, and she knows that the White Walkers are coming, so she'd have to side. She'd have to try, but she's
That's
gonna
the
flat
thing,
out
too, is
refuse.
like, yeah,
They're gonna have to kill her.
Yeah, if she doesn't, and she won't even think critically at that point.
No,
Yeah.
she's mad with power. Yeah. She is, and now you've got all that, and the White Walkers bring such an interesting dynamic because you've got all these other tribes almost fighting for something, but then you've got this overwhelming power that's just sweeping the world. You know, like taking no prisoners whatsoever. Like, that makes for such a dynamic in this storyline.
And you need Khaleesi's dragons. You need them.
you do.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much the only way. They're going to produce dragon glass.
Yeah.
They're going to produce fire to burn the
Yeah.
White Walkers,
so it's like.
Yeah. At some point, it is based on the book A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
And at some point, it does have to end with, the Ice Army and the Fire Army.
Yeah.
Which is Khaleesi and her dragons and all that. And versus the White Walker army.
And who's sided with who at that point? That's the question. The question really becomes like, is who's left with Khaleesi? Who's left with her? And
how many dragons are left?
How many dragons are left? They're mortal beings as well that can be killed.
Yeah. No, you can get not easy, but
not easily, but you can kill them.
Yeah, it's been used before. Yeah. But before we move on from Cersei, one cool aspect, especially what you mentioned, is that she's no longer like the Rasputin. She can't be the Rasputin.
No,
anymore, right?
No,
if you know your history, Rasputin and the Russian Tsar family. I don't know if they were czars at that point.
I think
anyway,
so. Yeah, they were.
He was able to really manipulate the family and totally led to their demise, where they were led so out of touch by him. That the people revolted and
overthrew them. Yeah.
But she no longer can hide behind, because before she could hide behind Joffrey, then she could hide behind Tommen, her other son. Yeah. She could hide behind who was the religious zealot leader of the big religious.
I forget.
The swallow or something like that. Now everyone knows. Yeah, you blew up half the city.
Yeah, she had. That's what I mean. She is at the
queen.
She's
the
there.
Mad Queen, and we got a Kingslayer.
And you've got a Kingslayer.
He's probably gonna have to.
Yeah,
but that is such an interesting dynamic because now you've got does he kill the love of his life?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now that's storytelling. You've got him, but he's got to kill his lover.
But is
to keep his
she the
persona
love of his life though? Or is it what's her face? Because there was a relation.
Brienne
there was a relationship between him and Brienne of Tarth.
I think that's friend zone.
I really don't think so. I really don't think so because the way Cersei, how jealous Cersei is, and she saw it too.
She saw it too. I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. She told her to Brienne's face too.
Yeah.
What, you thought he liked you? How could you possibly almost body shaming
her?
Yeah.
I'm night shaming you. It's just going to add to the drama and playing to it. Yeah. Another one that I don't know if it'll happen this season, but some fucking people other than Khaleesi have to ride these dragons. There's 3 dragons, and Khaleesi's not the only one that's gonna ride them.
Oh man!
At some point, who's the Stark kid that can like warg? He can.
Oh yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
He's got to be some sort of dragon rider.
Yeah,
he's got to at some point figure out to be some sort of dragon rider,
or commune with them in some way that he can. Because if he communes with them, then he could calm it enough for someone else to ride it.
Yeah, true.
Like one of his brothers or sister.
You know what the shittiest job must be? The guy that has to pull the arrows out of the dragon after every battle.
Oh shit!
And it's probably one of the Unsullied.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Grey Worm's like pull arrow out of Dragon.
I go have sex with Fast and the Furious girl. You pull arrows out.
Okay, yeah, he was taking his shirt off to go. What's her name? Miss. I was gonna say Missandril, but that's not it. I forget her name.
Whatever the interpreters.
Yeah, but he
We're
like
bad
they're
by the way.
yeah.
Yes.
Some of them are like I know he's Grey Worm, but Grey Worm and all the Unsullied, they're castrated, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is he doing there? They're just gonna like finger bang each other?
Hey man, hold hands and heavy petting.
Maybe the Red Queen will bring back
a lot of dry humping.
Yeah, a lot of dry humping and heavy petting. The 50s all over again, kids.
The Red Witch will bring back all the penises.
She'll pull her.
Whoa! Came out of Who's the other guy? The bald guy. He's get him his penis back. See what he'll do.
Yeah, fuck. There's too many characters. What the hell's his name?
Losing penises, man.
He's the Varys, Lord Varys.
Yeah, Lord Varys.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. He's a really interesting character too.
He's so
I
good.
wonder how he's gonna end up in all this. Watch him like end up being.
He has to leave.
He's another very like Rasputin-like character as
Very
well.
Rasputin.
Because it's just like it's always interesting to see a character who poses himself as powerless and really is holding the strings.
Yeah.
You know, in the background. Like I've always been fascinated by characters like that in fiction and in literature throughout because they sit there and they just you from one aspect you just look at them, oh, this like poor character, he's like he's so weak, he's so helpless, he's so this, and yet they're using all of that in order to manipulate people, and I love that about them.
He himself, like some people feel they have an external locus of control, which is I have no control over everything that happens. He's an internal locus of control. So no matter what's happening, he will find a way to dictate his own fate.
Yes.
To manipulate the situation, whatever information he can get.
Yeah.
He'll always think strategy, fucking 10 moves ahead all the time. And I think at the end of last season, he's the one that's linked up the Sand Snakes and their family.
Yeah.
Dorne? Is that?
Yeah.
Is that where that is that area? The Tyrell, the
matriarch, whatever.
The Tyrell matriarch. Yeah, I forget her name too. But they brought her over.
Yeah.
I swear we're better than this. Yeah. It's been a long time. We watch a lot of shows, guys. I'm watching Better Call Saul, American Gods, finish The Expanse, and then there's a lot of characters to keep, and we've had concussions.
Yes, many.
But that's an interesting one too, because now the Tyrells are all unified on Khaleesi's side for her to take up the Iron.
Yeah, because the daughter got killed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So there's
was imprisoned
before that. So you've got such
that Tyrell line is cut off because because Iron Fist got killed, and at the same moment that Marjorie got killed.
Yeah.
So so many good fucking storylines.
Yeah, it's endless. Game of Thrones is.
Some of the storylines
interweaving so well.
Some of them end. Like one that kind of disappointed me was that whole Dorne storyline, especially like who was the king with gout.
Yeah.
Then he just kind of went out kind of like a bitch. Yeah. You know, like they fucked him up. That could have paid off a little bit better. I'm really hoping. I don't know why I have so much invested in it, but just because I like the fantastical more. Yeah. But the star is Bran. It's Bran Stark, right?
Yes.
Bran Stark and his ability, that better pay off in just the most epic way of his ability to do that. It can't just be like some one-off, because it kind of already did pay off, because it was the whole Hodor thing, which was a fucking mind-blowing.
Which was mind-blowing, but now though that's a great thing, because now he's connecting timelines. in the film. So now it's like you've got so much of a past, and like let's not forget the other one is who's Stark's dad or
Jon Snow's
father.
Yeah, back when young Ned Stark, and we saw this in a flashback because Bran went back.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, Baratheon wanted to marry Ned Stark's sister Lyanna, I think is her name. Okay.
Okay.
And if you're confused about this, look up. And if you're interested in spoilers and fan theories, it's R plus L equals J, right?
Yeah.
Because it was Rhaegar Targaryen.
Yes.
Rhaegar Targaryen, right? Who I guess is the uncle of Khaleesi. I don't know. I forgot. He kidnaps Ned Stark's sister, throws her into the tower, right?
Yes.
And Baratheon, always loved her and wanted to marry her, whatever.
Okay. But now she's
we saw the flashback. Yeah. We saw the flashback of her with a baby in that tower. Yeah. And Ned Stark finds her and she dies.
That's Jon Snow.
Yes.
That is Jon Snow.
That's Jon Snow.
So what we do know for sure
is that it's Ned's sister.
Yeah. And it's not Ned's bastard.
Yeah, so it's not Ned's bastard because we always been brought up to think that it's Ned's bastard, but it's basically his nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now it's
we just need to find out who the father. It's hinted that it's the Targaryen.
That it's Rhaegar.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, we gotta watch
episode right after.
Yeah, this is gonna be
because I'm confusing like internet rumor, which was a fan conspiracy theory for a long time that it was Rhaegar, and everything was pointing to it. But I don't know if she said it's Rhaegar's son or not.
I believe it was not said. Okay. And if my memory is correct, I believe it was not said. And now that you have that, you still have that whole dynamic, and then what's the relationship going to be? And because Jon Snow is one of the most powerful. The guy's been brought back. Yeah. You know what I mean, from the dead. Like he is one of the pivotal characters in this. Yeah. And now him and what's going to happen with him and Khaleesi meet. Yeah.
Because he might have, and this is where the mystical
Targaryen
stuff. This is where the mystical stuff works so well because it's sprinkled in.
Exactly.
Even though a fucking I know a dragon is not sprinkled in, like it fucking flies. But the crux of the fact that Khaleesi with Targaryen blood, it can't be burned.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Jon Snow has the same mystic kind of ability?
Exactly. Can he ride the dragon? There's the other thing now. Now you've got his brother who has the ability to take over animals. So there's just so many moving parts to this that it's just fantastic.
So awesome. So good. July 16th. Can come soon.
Guys, we can talk about this for hours.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And this is one where
know nobody's name.
Yeah.
That person, the guy with the with the hair.
Once you get into it and then you're following it, it'll all come back. It'll all come back. We're just we've been watching so many shows.
That's true.
Black Sails I finished. It was great. Vikings I just binge watched.
We need to have an episode
Legion
on things that you should. Yeah. We feel you should watch.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to have something like Netflix gems that people don't know about. We'll definitely just. There's so many movies out there, and we've been talking about it on other reviews and things of just how a lot of older movies that people don't watch are being paid homage to now with newer movies. So it's almost check out these old movies, guys, because this is where the actual ideas come from, and they're amazing.
Very cool. All right, we know you're excited for Game of Thrones. I know we fucked up some names. It'll come back to us. We apologize.
All the time. Expect more name fuck-ups.
Don't forget to subscribe. Also follow us on Twitter at the Hero Lair. We'll hang out with you again soon. See ya.